Hello everyone, I am actually doing a new series. In this series, there are going to be loads of videos on each topic on how to improve in Beat Saber. And I am actually working together with a friend of mine in this series. And he goes under the username Just Call Me Tucker. Let me introduce the both of us. I am Raids. I am ranked 900 on the global score Saber leaderboards, and my top play is 410 PP on Xornier. Tucker, on the other hand, is going to be the one who shows you that you can improve. He is currently ranked number 10,000 on the global score Saber leaderboards, and his top play is 270 PP on Chocolate Lily. But to you, his play might seem good to you, and I'm going to teach you how to get that play and beyond. Let's start off episode 1 with how you should be swinging. There are a couple ways to swing, and believe it or not, there is a right and wrong answer to swing. Here are the things we are going to be covering in this video. The correct way to swing your arms at the blocks, where you should hit the blocks, and the scoring system. So let's get right into the first section, the best way to swing. First of all, let's test your skills. I'm going to be swinging in 6 different methods, and I want you to guess which one will be the best. At the end of the 6 different swinging methods, I will reveal the correct answer and analyze every single swinging method. Here is swinging method 1. Here is swinging method 2. Swinging method 3. Swinging method 4. Swinging method 5. And swinging method 6. It is time to reveal the correct answer. The correct method to swing is swinging method 4. Now before we analyze this one, let's go back and analyze the other methods. This right here is method 1. Now there are a couple of problems with this method. First of all, it is super janky. If your swings are janky, you may not be able to get the accuracy that you want. You can also see that since your hand is inverted, you will not be able to rotate it down all the way unless you use full force on your arm. In which this is bad for the scoring system, which I will explain later on. Method 2 is alright, I guess. So it is a little bit janky, but you do get to go faster, so that is one advantage. But it's not very friendly to accuracy. Later on, I will be explaining why using just wrists is not helpful for accuracy. So method 3 is basically method 1, but just using wrists. Now since that your hand is inverted, you may be able to go up all the way, but you cannot go down all the way. Which is yet another thing not friendly to the scoring system. Just so you know, I'm going to be skipping over number 4 for now, just so I can also squeeze in why it is the best. Now, believe it or not, method 5 is also a pretty good swinging method if you have the stamina for it. There are some top players that use this swinging method, and one example of a player that uses this swinging method is Denya. Now, if you go over to Denya's Twitch and watch his streams or his past broadcasts, then you'll see that he is using the swinging method that is mentioned. Now, number 6 is the swinging method that a lot of starters tend to use. The one thing I really hate about this method is that they're not even using their elbows. So this is basically more of a fencing method. Now, let's take a step back and analyze number 4. Now, what's so nice about this method is that you are doing half and half. And what I mean by half and half is that you are using half of your arm and half of your wrist. So the arm is going to be maintaining the accuracy and the wrist is going to be maintaining the stamina and the speed. Number 5 would be the second most recommended swinging method. Anything else, please don't use. If you need to take baby steps, go ahead. Just like Just Call Me Tucker did. He started off with method number 2 and then is slowly evolving into method number 4. To prove that, let's look back into our DMs. Here is what he said. Which song can I try to 200 PP? And then I replied, Chocolate Lily. It's a good 200 PP start. Yeah, you just need to do bigger swings and use wrists and some arm. Why, yeah. He then goes on to play the level and then comes back and says this. Let's go, 270 PP OMFG. Holy, I used the wrist. That's all I had to do. Now let's go back and analyze this conversation. Now he asked what song he could try to get 200 PP on. Now for a starter, I said Chocolate Lily. I then tell him to do this so he can improve. And then this is where he makes the play, which to this day is still his top play. Now let's keep this photo up here for a second. Notice all of these other 200 PP plays he made. There are 2 other 200 PP plays that I forgot to screenshot, with Purple PP Leader with 221 PP and Fresh with 218 PP. Now he said all he had to do was take my advice and he instantly improved by a good amount. Which means, if you absolutely have to take baby steps, go for it. You've got a great chance of improving either way. I know you can do it. This isn't all for swinging though. There are 2 other categories in this video to cover. Now section 2 of this video will be giving you a little taste but not too many spoilers on where you should aim your Saber to. Short answer, get it as close to the center of the block as you can. Now believe it or not, you actually can hit in a very wide range. But instead of doing that, let's do something else to make sure that you are getting high points for each swing. So in order to get your points, you are going to need to slice the block down the middle. Now, where the Saber should first make contact with the block is right here. And yes, this is the dead center of the block. Some custom notes will have dots right in the middle of the block, so you can try to aim for there. If you have the custom notes mod installed, there are some blocks that have dots in the center, so it's easier for you to hit in the center. Getting a bit further into that is the scoring system. If you head to the tutorial menu in Beat Saber, you actually get to see the scoring system at a glance. Although, I do not have a picture of it, so let me explain it. In the Beat Saber scoring system, you need to have a 100-degree angle pre-swing and then 60-degree angle after swing. If you do this, you will get the full 100 points, and then the last 15 points are awarded on how close you hit the block to the center. This is why you should not abuse the hitboxes at all. It is very unfriendly to the scoring system. The only exception to this is if you are doing vibro maps, in which I may explain that in a different episode. Oh yeah, I haven't showed you the hitboxes yet. Hold on. This is what they look like. Yes, the hitboxes are very large, which is why you can hit 2 blocks parallel to each other with one Saber. Now let's take a look at 2 of Tucker's replays. One of them is worse and one of them is better. Can you identify all mistakes of the wrong one, and can you identify which one is wrong? Let's find out. Same song, 2 different scores. And just to make it more challenging, I'm going to be covering up the final score. So let's get into it. Now let's unveil the correct answer. If you guessed this replay as the correct answer, you are correct. I'm going to freeze frame this for 1 second. Let's compare this image. Now is your time to see the mistakes. Pause the video right here and see if you can analyze the mistakes. First of all, his accuracy is at a 65. This means that his accuracy was lower than the second clip. Second, his hits weren't great. The maximum he was hitting was about 100. On average, it was in between 70 and 80, so that's not too good. Next, you can see that his misses aren't too great, which if we fast forward a bit, it results in a lower combo, which to sum it all up, results in lower PP. And as you can see, he did much better in clip 2. Accuracy, misses, combo, hits, and PP. So I actually uploaded this video a little bit late, so I want to go over a couple more things. Here are our current stats. First, me, which I am ranked 850 on the global Score Saber leaderboard. My top play is completely the same, But Tucker is ranked number 8,000 on the global Score Saber leaderboards. And he was actually able to make his first 300 PP play on Here We Go. Now I really hope this helped you. If it did, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Also make sure to subscribe to Just Call Me Tucker, who helped me out with this video and the entire series. His channel is in the description as well. There are 2 links in there, make sure to subscribe to them both. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode.